Hello everyone, it's Mindy Raymond here, and today I'm going to be doing our advanced ab workout. So you will want your sculpting bar attached to your tower, and I will be using my trusty red ball here. If you do not have a red ball, you can always use a yoga block, a foam roller, a rolled up towel, or you could opt not to use anything at all. It's really up to you. So before we get started, let's go ahead and do some stretches just to get our core warmed up a little bit. I'm gonna stand about feet, hip width distance or so. We're just gonna take our 3 deep breaths right here. So nice big inhale as you reach up and overhead. And as you exhale, just gently bring your chin to your chest. Again, another deep full breath in, reach up, lengthen. Exhale, just kind of grounding us here for our workout. Nice full breath in, reach up. And as you exhale, bring your chin to your chest. Now I'm going to be facing the tower, but I'm just going to do a gentle twist here. So whichever hand you'd like, reach over towards the opposite corner. I'm going to press my hips forward and just kind of gaze back. So a little bit of that twist in the torso. Think of kind of buttoning up that spine and those abs. And as you slowly release back to center, just kind of take it to the opposite side. I like to use my hand on my sacrum just to kind of know that my hips are pressing forward. I'm going to twist and gaze over that shoulder, the same shoulder that my hand is on my sacrum. I have a soft bend in my knees. Twist it out. Good. Slowly release as we come back to center. We're going to just kind of roll out those shoulders here. We will be doing some upper body work with this as well. So it's mainly focused on our abdominals, our core, but we will have some upper body. So let's go ahead and bring one hand in front of you, stretching out, be mindful of that shoulder. Press it down into the socket. Same arm is going to go behind you, chin to chest. Just kind of breathing here, getting yourself prepared for this workout. Just a reminder too, we have a bunch of workouts on our Supreme Toning Tower YouTube page. So if you've not been over there yet, make sure that you go check it out. We post all of those on our Facebook page as well. Switch it out here, up and overhead, chin to chest. And we'd love to hear from y'all. So if there's any, ideas or thoughts, or you said, I wish we had more of these, or anything like that, please let us know. Our team at Supreme Toning Tower loves to hear from you guys. We have a very active audience. And so we just always love hearing that feedback, good, bad, and the ugly. So bring it our way, and we really do take all those comments in. And that's why we're doing this workout, actually. It's a little bit longer of an ab workout. The audience asked for it, and we're gonna deliver. So, okay, after kind of pulling our hands behind us, got ahead of myself. We're gonna pull and open the chest. Just reach those hands behind you here. Nice big stretch, kind of pulling the shoulders back. Good. All right, I'm gonna take the sculpting bar now, and we're gonna kind of stay a little bit in our warm up, just to warm up our back as well, but it's also gonna be, we will have that resistance with the sculpting bar. So I want you to kind of stand facing the tower, feet are hip width or a little bit wider, and we're just gonna kind of hug the belly in, pull those shoulders up and down your back. I want you to take that that bar, kind of press it towards you, and then just like you're washing your body here, almost like you've got a hose with this tower, with this sculpting bar. I could talk here with a sculpting bar. So think of that water just kind of rushing down your legs, and you're just sort of coming back up nice and slow. Just this little forward fold that we have some resistance with. We press down, pushing that booty back. Slowly come back up. We'll do a few more here. Again, we're getting into that back and those abs. Press. Maybe pull that bar a little bit closer to you. Challenge yourself here. Inhale as we exhale, we fold forward. I'm pushing nice and strong down into my feet. Slowly coming back up. Let's do 3 more. Okay, press it down, push that booty back. Squeeze. Again, we're kind of painting our legs, imagine, with this big roller brush. That's a good visual, right? Press down. Slowly inhale to come back up. Take a breath at the top. And then exhale. Last one right here. Slowly. As we come back up, we're going to release that. I'm going to find my distance from the tower. Again, your resistance depends on how far away you are from the tower. So feet are hip width distance this time. We're gonna pull that shoulders up and down the back. I'm gonna pull the bar to my chest here, and I'm just gonna find a little bit of a twist, twist, press, twist. So we're intensifying those twist workouts. Push. I've got that micro bend in my knees. Later we're gonna be doing a chair pose here with this, kind of a same movement. But I'm nice and tall, crown of my head is reaching up towards the ceiling. Squeeze, squeeze, breathe into it. So there's some different schools of thoughts depending on if you're coming from a Pilates or a yoga background as far as the breath goes. So in our yoga practice, we always exhale on the twist, and that is the opposite for the Pilates practice. So kind of depending on where you're coming from and really what feels good for you. For me, I like to twist and exhale. I feel like I'm kind of wringing out my spine and my body that way. We've got this resistance of the sculpting bar. My shoulders are down. Now these movements here, guys, today, these exercises, we're gonna stay with them for a little bit. So you just kind of gotta get comfortable. That's the advantage, right? I'm not gonna take you through too many movements, but we are gonna stick with them a little bit more reps than we normally do. Really getting into those abdominals and the core and the back. Squeeze, squeeze. Let's do 4, 3, twisting our way. Here's 2, then I'm gonna isolate. Last one, I'm gonna isolate, pick a side, and just take it back and back. Notice this bar is right at chest level. Some might want it a little bit lower, some might want to bring it up a little bit more, depending on kind of where your shoulders are, what's feeling good in your upper body. But the main thing, you want to have that resistance. So I'm definitely using my upper body here, okay? Strengthening, squeeze, squeeze. Bring your navel to spine, press. And we're pulling that shoulder just kind of back a little bit more. Squeeze, squeeze, breathe. Take breaks when you need to, but I'm going to keep us going here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, other side, twist, twist. Find that isolation. Okay, so it's really working the upper, lower, middle, back, all parts of it. Squeezing it out. Again, my upper body's feeling that resistance from the sculpting bar. Shh, shh, shh. Loving the smooth squeeze. This is a great way to kind of wake everything up, warm everything up. But we're working already, right? We're feeling it. Press, press. Can you hug your navel to spine a little bit more? We want to protect that lower back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's take it back to the alternate. So we go left and right. Squeeze and back. Pull those shoulders down. It's a very easy tendency to kind of have those shoulders creep up by the ears. I'm constantly reminding myself of that. Press, press. Can you get back a little bit farther? We're almost there. Breathe into it. Here's 8, 7, 6. Again, exhaling, inhaling. We're halfway there, guys. 4. Stay strong. 3. Woo! 2. And 1. Slowly, we're going to release that tension. Kind of shake the arms out a little bit. We're going to get into our side obliques here. So take kind of that middle part of the sculpting bar. I'm going to create a pyramid pose with my legs, this sort of sideways movement. Again, I'm going to find this resistance that feels good for me, but that definitely challenges me. I'm going to pull that resistance right on my shoulder. Opposite hand is on my hip, and I'm just going to press down and then back to center. So I'm using the resistance from the sculpting bar to really get into those side abdominals. A little bit later in our workout here, we are going to be doing some side planks as well, some of my favorite. So I love really working those obliques. Again, it's so important. It also works the back and the booty. So a lot of times when we think of abdominal work, we just kind of think of those six-pack abs, right? But our abs are so much more. Our core is so much more. We're gonna take it down as far as you can go and lift. Resistance, if you need a little more, step away from the tower. I feel like I need a little bit more resistance on my end here. So I'm gonna press and release. We're pushing those hips towards the tower. Down, lift and squeeze. Down, lift and squeeze. Some options for you. You can go slower. You can go faster. You can hold this movement at the bottom here and come back up. So there's a lot of variations in this side crunch. Again, I want you to be feeling it. I know I'm feeling it kind of all the way down here. In a good way, right? We don't want any tension. The moment you get that like tightness or something that doesn't feel right, please stop. Safety is the number one concern here. Always be listening to your body. There's many times in my classes where I have to just kind of stop and readjust and make those modifications work. Breathe into it. Let's do 8 more on this side. So again, we're doing that upper body too. Here's 7, 6, my neck is just nice and neutral. 5, squeeze into it. 4, 3, breathe. Here's 2. Last one, we're gonna take it on the opposite side. So I'm gonna turn over here. I'm gonna find that tension. It's almost like you're slinging your purse over your shoulder kind of movement, you know, and then we're just going down and up. Take it down and lift. Press and lift. So you'll probably see back is very much involved here. With my back to you. Pushing those hips out. I was always taught, you know, never to have your back to the camera, but sometimes you just can't help it, right? Especially in workout classes. Press, lift. Maybe one side's a little bit stronger than the other, so you might have to make those adjustments as far as how far away you are from the tower. Keep that elbow lifted. Squeeze, go down as far as you can. Squeeze. Hug your abdominals in. Think navel to spine. My neck is neutral. We're breathing here, guys. Stay with it. Again, we're doing more reps today than I normally do. I think it's really a good workout here, though. You're going to definitely feel it in your core. Keep those comments coming. We've got 8 more right here, guys. Nice and strong. Find that momentum that works for you. I'm at 5. If you're with me, here's 4, 3. Stay with it. 2. And 1. We're going to go back to those forward folds. So I'm going to hold onto the outside of my bar. I'm going to create that tension a little bit more, a little bit stronger because now I'm kind of warmed up. And I'm just going to, again, wash that bar over my legs and then come back up. It's a little bit more of a quicker move. And then come back up. We're getting that stretch in the hamstrings. Notice knees are bent. I'm exhaling and inhale to press up. Exhale, I wash it over. And come back up. Stay with this movement, nice and strong. Again, upper body's working too. How's everyone doing out there? How you feeling? Press, lift, release. Good. Press, lift, release. We've got a few more here. Let's get into that back, that core. Press, lift, release. And press, lift, release. Give me 2 more, guys. Press, lift, release. Last one. Come up, slowly release the bar. Let's do some cat-cows on our tower. Hands are going to be just about shoulder width apart. Shoulders come down. I'm going to exhale, chin to chest, round, round, round. So I like to pull on my tower here and just really get that stretch in the spine. And then as he inhales, you kind of press your shoulders back, release that tailbone, that cat-cow variation here on the bar. So exhale, round your tailbone, squeeze everything in nice and tight. And as you inhale, lengthen. Stretch it out. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Exhale. Inhale. Push into the tower. Working through that spine, really articulating each part of the spine here. So important to keep a healthy spine in our life. Creating those flexions, those movements, all of that articulation. Taking your time. This is on your breath, okay? Those exhales and inhales. So just however many you can do here, keeping with a nice fluid breath, fluid movement. Exhale, bring it in. Let's do one more at your pace. Good, I'm gonna exhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And inhale, release, let everything go, push into the bar, and neutralize the spine. All right, let's get into our chair pose with the sculpting bar. So you will come back towards the tower. I am gonna sit back in my chair. Feet can be a little bit wider than hip width distance. I'm sitting back, so you're creating that stability with your abdominals, okay? We're working that upper body here. Now we're gonna press it back, just that chest press in a chair pose. Squeeze, squeeze. Now if this is too much, you can always stand and just do that kind of the level 1 chest press right here. A little more advanced, we're sitting back in that chair. Again, if you need to step back a little more, I feel like I do. There we go. There's my resistance. That's what I needed. I'm sitting back in that chair. As far as you can go, I want you to just gaze down. Make sure you can see all 10 toes. If your knees are going over your feet, you need to sit back in that chair a little bit more, okay? I'm pulling, finding that chest press. It's literally right at the chest. My shoulders are down. My overachievers out there, you can relevate your heels, okay? So I'm gonna do that and sink. Woo, that's a challenge. Core is firing right now. Press, press. Elevating those heels up, or releve is the term in bar. You are really getting into those leg muscles too. Oh my gosh, this is full body workout, y'all. We are feeling it. Squeeze, squeeze. Like I said, we're here for a moment, so get comfortable. Be comfortable in the uncomfortable, right? Squeeze. I'm sitting back, pushing into the balls of my feet. Squeeze. My abs are fired up. I'm gonna sit back in those heels. Back to sort of that level 2, if you will. Squeeze, but you do you. Whatever one feels good. Hug your abdominals in here, guys. Imagine I'm setting a chair behind you and I keep kind of scooting it further and further back. Can you push that booty back any more? We've got 12, 11, nice and strong, 10, breathe into it, 8, you guys can do this, 7, breathe, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. We're gonna find a seat on our mat facing the tower. My feet are gonna go right up against the tower here. Some options in this move, you can always keep your knees bent. A lot of us who have tight hip flexors, it kind of feels better. A little bit more advanced, you can straighten out those legs if you would like. So we're just gonna do a basic crunch here to start with, y'all. We're just gonna pull that bar right to our chest. I'm gonna take it down and then lift up. Take it down and lift. Notice I never release this bar. Once it's to my chest, it's locked in there, okay? We're not releasing that tension, but we have the resistance going down and the assistance coming back. So nice and strong, resistance, assistance. All right, how are those abs, guys? Hug the belly in, squeeze it up. Take it down as low as you can go. If you need that challenge, again, straighten out the legs, pull that bar in a little bit more. Find that challenge for you. This is just a basic crunch right here, nice and strong. I am gonna take it up a notch and straighten my legs, just for this last round, if you will. That definitely is a challenge, especially in those lower abdominals. We press down and lift. Very mindful movement here, okay? I'm not slinging around. I'm not going too fast either. It's just with my breath. So your movement might be faster or slower, and that is a-okay. Press down and lift. Press down and lift. I'm gonna have a challenge for you here in just a moment. Stay with this movement, guys. Woo, breathe into it. I know this is so good for our body, but it is also so good for our mind. I have 2 little boys, and I know my workouts are definitely a time that I can just, be with myself, focus on what I need to. Makes me a better mom, a better wife, all that good stuff. Better friend, better worker, better employer, better leader. I mean, it really makes a difference when we give ourselves this time to move our body, connect with our breath, do something right. You know, we start to make better choices too, right? When I started my workout regimen, when I really started getting into it 20 years ago, I just know the choices that I was making just, you know, without really thinking of them, but they just were better choices. So as far as like eating habits and all that, so it's kind of that domino effect. All right, we've done this long enough. I'm going to take it down halfway. I'm going to bend my knees, take it down halfway, and we're just going to pulse, press, press. So we're engaging those abs the entire time. Pull that bar a little bit closer. Squeeze, squeeze. Pull those shoulders down your back. So squeeze those shoulder blades. Push into the tower, guys. So strong. Press, press. Chin is lifted away from the chest. Breathe. Those little movements, guys, that's where a lot of our bar movements come in, these little pulses where you really get into the muscles. Stay strong with me. We're almost there, guys. Stay. Y'all can do this. Here's 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Slowly release. Let's keep it going. I'm going to slide all the way down onto my mat. My feet are going to go about halfway up the tower. Okay, kind of that same movement, but I'm laying down on the tower to begin with. I'm going to pull the bar, the sculpting bar, to my chest and just do a basic crunch right here. Lift and lower. This is a very challenging move. We're lifting. We've got a little bit of that assistance with the bar, but it's still 100% abs right here. Lift and lower. Press. If this is too much for you guys, can simply just put your feet onto the mat. So this is another option right here, and we're just doing that nice, easy lift and lower. You can also just do that basic crunch without the sculpting bar. I'm going to take my feet back up though, challenge myself today. Push. So it's interesting because I'm pushing against the bar, or the tower, with my feet, but I'm pulling those resistance coils against me. So it's this very dynamic move. Squeeze down, lift and down, breathe. Woo! Almost there, guys. Squeeze, lift, breathe. Okay, I'm gonna lift it up. Let's hold it here and just pull that bar to chest. Lifting those abs. Oh my gosh, this is so intense. Are you with me? Let's do this. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release however you need to. Rolling on your side if that's an easy way. Come up for just a moment. We're gonna get into our figure 8s. Wow, my abs are burning. Are y'all feeling it? Are we getting there? Woo, this is a good one today. Okay, so I'm gonna have my hands in between my sculpting bar here. Shoulders are coming up and down my back, and it's almost like we're just rowing that boat, right? We're coming back, I'm rowing it to the one side, and I'm rowing it to the other. So similar to our rowing machines that we have in our gyms, just taking that little dip down and lift. Dip and lift. Press. I like to keep my knees bent here again. Helps me release my hip flexors. If you want to go down a little further, challenge yourself. If you want to straighten your legs, challenge yourself. You guys do you do your workout. Every day you come to your Supreme Toning Tower, your body is different. So I encourage you to challenge, but also listen, be mindful. No injuries here. We are all doing the best that we can for today, right? Today is all we have. Take it down and lift. So again, upper body and core. Squeeze, lift, press, lift. Notice my chin is never really coming down to my chest. I'm breathing into it. You can take it at a slower pace if you'd like. You can pick it up if you'd like, if you want to go for it. All right, gang. Let's do 3 more on each side. Here we go. 3. Take it Back a little further if you can. Final 2, squeeze. Almost there. Last one. Squeeze and lift. Whew. All right, I want you to unscrew these. We're gonna take the sculpting bar off. So I wanna make sure that we've got some room here. Just quickly unhook it, lay it to the side. We do not need it. Press it down. I am going to grab my ball, again, yoga block, foam roller, whatever you have. My head is gonna face the tower. I am going to bring that ball in between my ankles and lay on down the mat. Let's get into our leg lifts right here. So I'm gonna squeeze that ball, make sure it's nice and squeezed in there. Flexing my feet, I'm just gonna take it down and lift. Nice and strong right here. I like to hold onto the tower. Squeeze, down and squeeze. Breathe. Some options here, guys. You might not go as low, and that is fine. Find that modification that works for you. It's challenging with that ball in between the ankles, not gonna lie. There's a whole different dynamic that happens when we're squeezing that ball with the ankles, finding that movements with the legs. I keep that micro bend in my knees always. Squeeze and lift. You can bring those hands up a little bit more, whatever feels good for you. Again, I like to hold the tower for that kind of resistance and lift. Here's 5, 4, stay with me, 3, final 2, at your pace, 1, take it all the way up. We're gonna find those V lifts. So I'm gonna take it down to the left, lift to center, and down to the right. Lift it center, down to the left, lift, down to the right, and lift. More advanced, you're going further down and up, further down and up. Woo! Now we feel that, right? That's it. I didn't love you on this one. This is intense, guys. Down, lift, and squeeze. Down, lift, and squeeze. Slow it down if you need to. Shorten that stance here if you need to, or that lift rather. Down and up. I am feeling this. Oh my goodness, so good. When I was sequencing this, I was like, my abs are burning. Burn, baby, burn. Lift. Down and lift. We're gonna do 3 more on each side, guys. I'm with you. Let's do this. Lift it up. Down. Smile. Here we go. Last one on either side, guys. Stay with me. Down, lift. Press it down and lift. Oh, hug your knees in for a moment. Releasing those legs. Give yourself a little hug. We are not done though. I know. Whew. We are going to bring that ball in between our knees. So level 1, we're going to do our hundreds, okay? So this is a good Pilates move. We're just going to use our hands here. So level 1, you are going to have your feet on the floor squeezing that ball. And you're going to lift your chest for our 100 pumps. Level 2, you're going to have your knees bent right here, squeezing that ball. I'm going to stay at level 2. Level 3, overachievers, my advanced, you're going to straighten your legs just like this, okay? So let's get into it. Everyone take an inhale. Exhale, lift your chest up, and let's begin. We're pumping our arms, we're breathing, we're exhaling, finding those inhales through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Squeeze that ball just a little bit more. Pump, 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 pump. Stay nice and strong, belly's hugged in. Can you lift your chest a little bit more, guys? Keep pumping, squeezing. We're almost there. Breathe into it. Can you lift a little more? Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Oh, hug the knees in. Again, we are not done. I'm not giving you a break. All right, I am giving you a break, but we are not done yet. Hug your knees in. Maybe rock a little side to side if that feels good. Whew. All right, come on up. I'm setting my ball to the side here. We are going to lay on our stomach. This is going to be a little bit of a stretch for our stomachs. You guys can hear me breathing hard, right? Those hundreds get me every time. Okay, so option here, if you want a little Sphinx pose, hands are like a number 11. And we're just stretching out those abdominals. Oh, that feels glorious, glorious. Okay, this is level 1 right here. If you need a little bit more, put your hands in that pull-through bar and press out like in that Superman. You're gonna press right here. I just wanna stretch right now. Again, we worked a lot of the front side of the abs. We're pushing down to kind of lift that chest. We're gonna get into some movement here in just a moment. Take a breath in, lift it a little bit more. If you're in Sphinx, think of extending, almost kind of lifting that belly button up off of the mat. And let's create some movement with this. So we're just gonna kind of lower down in our Superman pose, and we're gonna lift. Good, so we lower down, breath, and lift. If you're in that Sphinx pose, you can just hold it here, or you can join us in Superman. My feet are staying on the ground right now. I'm gonna lift them in just a moment. We're gonna do some toe taps. Squeeze. So just as important to work those abdominals as well as the back. Take it down. Y'all are doing great. Keep it up, guys. We're almost there. I see that light at the end of the tunnel. We are getting close. 2 more here as we lift. Last one. Lift and lower. Let's go ahead and lift all the way up. I want you to lift your legs. We're pushing into that pull-through bar, and we're just doing those toe taps. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Toe taps. Again, do as fast or slow as you'd like, but try and get those legs up and lifted off of the mat here. Working our booties, we're working our back. I'm pushing into that pull-through tower as well, so lifting my chest as much as I can. This feels pretty good, actually. I mean, it's working, but it feels good at the same time. You know, the yin-yang of our workouts. Squeeze, squeeze. Really tighten those legs here, nice and strong. Breathe. Almost there, guys. Stay with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that pull-through bar. Let's go into a child's pose. We are not quite done. I've got the side plank variation in the plank series. But let's just do a little child's pose to stretch it out for just a moment. Give yourself just a little break here. You are doing great. Stay with it. So on our side planks, we are going to come up. Again, some levels here. I'm going to move this out of the way. Level 1, we're going to have our feet against the tower, okay? So you're either going to be with me. I'm going to work it backwards. So level 3, you're going to be feet against the tower right here with me, okay? Up here nice and strong. Level 2, you're going to have your knee up on the tower here. Stay with that. Level 1, you can be pressing into your feet into the tower, and you're just going to be working right here. So you're still kind of seated, but we're getting that workout in our side abdominals. So depending on where you are, okay? So let's find our side plank variation. We're going to do some movements with our upper body here. So as we lift up, stay nice and strong. Find that grounding on the tower. You may have to put your hand down on the floor, and we're just going to press down and lift. So think of reaching that hand behind you and lifting up. Squeeze into those abdominals and lift. Breathe. So strong. Who is with me here? Almost there, guys. A little dynamic movement, working those obliques. Let's do 3 more, nice and strong. Final 2. Get back a little more. 1. Lift and release. Whew, that is intense. That is intense. Okay, other side. So level 1, 2, or 3. On this side, it's interesting. I'm going to have my hand down on the floor, and I'm going to be pressing into the tower here. You find that lift on your legs. Push into the tower, holding that side plank. Again, level 1, 2, or 3, wherever you are. Find that just neutral gaze, and let's bring that hand back and lift. This is optional, this upper body movement here with my arm. So if that does not feel good for you today, you work your way up to it, okay? Again, you do what feels good for you and lift. I like giving these options to everyone. We have so many different levels of folks. There's over 98,000 of you on Facebook, I know, that are active audience. Press. We've got 3 more right here. 3. Squeeze into those abs. 2. Last one. Lift, lower, We've got a plank hold, then we're gonna stretch it out, and you guys will have your day. All right, so plank. Final thing here. Hope you guys are feeling good. Your abs are nice and engaged. Level 1 is gonna be just down on the mat on your knees. But I don't want you here, right? Because that doesn't really do anything. So tuck your hips down. Want to make sure you're engaging those abdominals as much as you can. Level 2s, you guys are going to be right here. Just pressing into your feet, pushing into that floor nice and strong. Level 3s, I'm going to be with you on the pull-through bar. So it's not sturdy, as we know. So that's really where the core strength comes in, is pushing down into that pull-through bar nice and strong. So let's find our level 1, 2, 3 plank hold. My feet are going to be about hip-width distance. Let's go ahead and find it, guys. Pop up into it, pushing the floor away no matter what position you are in. Let's tuck that tailbone, squeeze those abdominals in nice and strong. If you have your feet lifted, think of pushing them back against that wall. Gaze is neutral. Think of the crown of the head reaching in one direction and your heels reaching in another. Get a nice long spine. For those who want to go with me, we're going to do some little hip dips. This is optional. Taking those hips down to one side, then the other. Little movements here again, getting into those obliques. Hip dips galore. Squeeze it up at the top. We're not making big rainbows here, guys. We're just on that nice, even plane. How many more do we got? Let's do 4. Here's 3. Stay strong. 2. And 1. Come back to your plank hold for 4. 3, 2, 1, release. Advanced ab workout, check. Whew, that was a good one. All right, I'm gonna roll my wrists around a little bit in those plank holds. They always get a little bit fussy with me. So rolling those around, let's do some stretches here, guys. Way to go, nice work today. I'm gonna sit just on the side of my mat here for mermaid. We're gonna push that pull-through bar out. Come up and over, nice big stretch here. Taking some inhales and exhales, good work today. Breathe into it, let's switch sides. So turning over here. Again, mermaid, come up and over. I like to push that pull-through bar out to the side, really get that long stretch. We've worked, obviously, the abs and the obliques and the back and everything in between. Coming back here. I'm going to press my feet against the tower for a forward fold. I'm going to keep my knees bent. Again, it helps me to release my hip flexors a little bit more. You can straighten those out if you'd like. Just kind of take a nice easy bend forward. If it feels good for you to straighten out those legs, go for it. I like keeping a little soft bend here, reaching, using that pull-through bar. Push forward, breathe. Good, slowly come up. We are going to stand all the way up here on our Supreme Toning Tower mat. And let's go ahead and take our 3 deep breaths. So nice big inhale, reaching up and overhead. Maybe even like reaching back just a little bit, getting those abs a little extra love today. Another deep breath in, reaching up, opening up the chest, the whole front side body. One more here. Big full breath in. Bring those hands to heart center at the top. Pull them down into your heart here. You guys did a great job today. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for letting me guide you through this ab intense workout. And I look forward to seeing you here tomorrow.